Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to my video review for a video game. Yes, that's right, I'm doing a video review for a video game, just like I do my movie reviews. This time it's for a game that I pretty much have no choice but to do a video review for, and that is Driver Renegade. Now you're probably going, Driver Renegade, you mean Driver San Francisco, right? Because we've been waiting for that review. No, I am talking about the 3DS version of Driver. Yes, there is a 3DS version. If you did not know, I'm pretty sure you probably did. But if you don't, you do now. And I played it, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about the story, of course, first, because this game does have a story. The story in Driver Renegade follows Tanner, who is the main character of pretty much every Driver game. And this one, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like a prequel to all the Driver games, but I'm not completely sure. This is where he becomes a detective, not the first time, but it's like the, I don't know, he got taken off from being a detective for whatever reason. Now he's being like an undercover detective now for whatever reason. I don't know. I really wasn't paying attention to the plot because it's the same simple little plot. Guy becomes a detective and then he goes and kills a whole bunch of bad guys that are in the city that he lives in. There you go. There's the story of Driver. It's uninteresting. Has some of the worst fucking one-liners I've ever heard. Like, oh, I bet he's flaming now because this guy's on fire in a fucking car. It's even worse than Chuck Green from fucking Dead Rising 2. And that was horrible, but, you know, good horrible. This one's just horrible. Like, it's not even, it's pitiful funny. You know, I'd be like, really? Like, in at least Dead Rising 2, it was actually kind of funny. Like, yeah, you're on fire, and he's on fucking fire. And when this guy's getting cut with a saw blade, he's like, I saw what you did there. At least that stuff, see, I'm laughing right now. See, at least that stuff is funny. This, it's not funny. And the story's just boring. Okay, the characters are horrible. It's just bad. It's just bad. So let's go on and talk about the sound. The sound. The voice acting. Holy shit. Yes, there is voice acting in this game. Holy shit. It's some of the worst voice acting I've ever heard in my life. Luckily, the game itself, I forgot to mention this in story, luckily the game itself is only about 2.5 hours long, the story mode at least. You can even finish it less, I'm being generous there. But because it only has 20 missions, and each one, some of them you can actually beat in like 10 seconds. I'm serious about that. Some of them you just go and, I don't know, hunt down this target and take them out or something, and you can do that real quick. Anyway, I'm getting off topic from the sound. Anyway, the sound, the only good thing about the voice acting is that the story mode's only 2 hours long, really. Because the voice acting is horrible, it really is. The sound design is okay, you know, everything sounds like it's supposed to, and the soundtrack is whatever. I wasn't paying attention to the soundtrack. It's forgettable, obviously. So, you know, the sound is horrible because of voice acting. Everything else is okay in the sound, but overall it's horrible. Now let's talk about the graphics. The graphics are probably the best thing in Driver Driver Renegade, because it looks okay. The city itself, because you get to drive around in a city, it looks okay. It actually does. And the driving, it never hiccups or anything, or it never, like, no frame rate drops or anything, and it looks good. It really does. The city, the driving, the animations here and there, it looks good. Now the story also has cutscenes, which are motion graphic comic books, kinda. Not even motion graphic, really. It's just comic book cutscenes, and they move them around a little bit. Like, they'll move the comic book panel a little bit. So, really, if you want to call it a motion comic book, whatever the hell it's called, motion graphic novel, whatever, then go ahead, but I don't think so. The motion graphic comic book cutscenes look okay, but, you know, nothing special. But the graphics themselves look okay. Not great. We've seen better 3DS looking games, like Resident Evil The Mercenaries looks fantastic for its system. This looks okay, I would say. The best thing about the game is the graphics, so far at least. Now, let's talk about the gameplay. The gameplay, like I said before, and I wanted to talk about this in gameplay, the story mode is about 2 hours long. Now, you do have a career mode, which you can do races, but frankly, I only played one race and I got bored quickly. So if you like career modes and stuff, just play races and stuff, you have that in this game. The thing about the gameplay is, it's very boring. I mean, the car handling and stuff, it's okay. You know, it's alright, you know, there's no frame rate hiccups or anything, but it's so boring. And the story mode is laughably bad. It's like it was thrown in there an afterthought, and it was like, oh yeah, throw some career mode, so just put a whole bunch of retarded AI characters in there to race with, and you'll win all the freaking time. It's just really, really laughably bad. It is. It's fucking horrible. It is. The gameplay is bad because of that. It's just boring. It really is. The story mode's an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. I don't know. I wasn't keeping track. But all the stuff you have to do for the story mode, all the little objectives, do not bring enough variety. Everything's just like, oh, run over this and go to this point and kill this enemy by ramming into them and whatever. You know, it doesn't add enough variety at all, and it's a boring game. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a freaking boring game. It's terrible. The game is bad. Do not get it. This does not help the 3DS library at all. The game is horrible. Do not buy it. I recommend not buying it. I recommend not even looking at it. Do not pay for it. Do not rent it. It is a 2 out of 10. There you go. It's a 2 out of 10. Fuck this game. They're charging you $40 for this. This should be a $1 app on the iStore. Okay, or whatever. The App Store, I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm sorry for this review. I know I've been like stuttering here and there, but my throat is actually really sore. So yeah, I just wanted to throw this review out because of course Gears of War comes out tomorrow, and if I don't fucking do it now, I'm never doing it because I'm going to be playing that game and I don't give a damn about this game. So fuck this game. Do not buy it. If you really have to buy it, wait until it's like $5 if it's ever that cheap. Because right now, $40 for like a 2-hour story mode and a boring ass career mode is not worth it. So anyway, fuck this game. I'm done. Anyway, 2 out of 10. Do not play it. Thank you for watching. If you did not, then suck that. Suck it. Suck my dick. Anyway, goodbye.